Shall we find out some information about the Callisto Protocol? Welcome back, guys, it's Raw Geek here. Yes, this is a picture of an upcoming game called the Callisto Protocol, which is very reminiscent of Dead Space, and we saw that they're doing a Dead Space remake recently. This has been bubbling along as well, and there's not been loads and loads of stuff about it. They've only got a few videos on their channel, but enough to show you that it looks quite scary, quite gruesome, quite horrific, as you can see from, well, what's on the screen right there. And they've recently just released, a couple of days ago, a mini documentary. I think they're doing 3 episodes of this documentary about making a horror game, or making horror in general. And I thought we'd watch episode 1 together. Maybe not every single bit of it, I might skip or cut out bits, you know, what we'll see. It might be really interesting the whole way through, but I want to see some snippets of the scenes of the game to show you, and kind of what the creators are saying about it. So I've barely seen anything of this game. I've not watched any trailers, I've just seen a few images and stuff like that. So it'll be quite fresh to me, which is what I wanted, and it may well be to you as well. And yes, this is called Mastering Horror, the Callisto Protocol Docuseries Episode 1. Let's take a look. Let's watch some of this together.
Callisto Protocol will, in fact, scare the pants off of all of us. There will be no more pants.
What
Bold
is
claim?
fear?
Fear is such a basic part of who we are.
Yep.
Where is it created?
Atmosphere in a game like this is everything. It's
Whoa, that's
terrifying, but it's beautiful.
And how can we use it?
With horror, there's no rules.
Oh my god. You're upside down. Oh no. Oh dear.
Glenn Schofield and the developers of the Callisto Protocol
That voiceover,
invite
though.
you to join them and some
This
very
is the
special
most scary
icons
thing
of
you'll
horror.
ever see.
I think it goes back to the earliest times around a campfire.
The perfect horror experience is something that scares the piss out of me.
Think of it as a roller coaster. I want it to make me feel things. I want it to startle me.
They're all magic tricks. That's what we're doing.
Oh, look
in
at
the
those
movies.
masks.
As they discuss crafting the perfect horror experience.
The 5 tenets of horror for the Callisto Protocol are brutality,
atmosphere,
Tension.
Very Dead Space.
Helplessness.
and
Humanity.
The Callisto Protocol is mastering horror.
That voiceover. Brutality, savage physical violence, great cruelty. Is that what they're putting into this? Is this episode 1? Is that what's called? Oh, okay, right. Sorry about that, okay? Sorry. Ugh.
Brutality is part of that, that shock value. And shock is just one of the emotions of horror, right? And so I kind of look for those.
Oh my
to
god.
affect people a little bit.
Oh my
what we
god.
wanted the project to be was really about looking at films.
Reminds me of The
games,
Thing
and
as
kind of
well.
Thinking about how we wanted our project to sit within those.
When you sit down on the couch or go to the movie theater to watch a movie, you're experiencing someone else's story, and you can feel things by experiencing that story, and it can be very moving, but there's always going to be a distance between you and that character. One of the things that video games does
Yes,
that
correct.
I think heightens things
You feel
for
like you're that
storytelling
person.
purposes is it puts you in the center of that story. So you are the one performing.
I'm always trying to
tasks.
say that to
You
people
are the
who
one
like horror but
succeeding
don't like
when the
horror
character
games.
succeeds.
Literally, horror games are better
exponential. I mean, I think it's
in
gonna be
ways than
massive,
horror movies.
even
100%.
from where it is now.
Ooh.
There are 2 movies, Hostel and Martyrs, in which there was a scene in each one that were so brutal that it affected me. Like for a couple of weeks. I'm
Hostel
like,
was what, when he cuts
"Oh,
his Achilles
gee,"
heels.
You know, just thinking about it, I'm like, man,
Terrible.
that was really brutal.
The concept of brutality is, well, it's certainly useful.
Brutality is a very specific kind of trauma. It is usually
Clinical
senseless.
psychologist.
It usually has
Alright,
a
they're laying it on a bit
visceral,
thick, aren't they?
almost
It's just a
excessive
game.
amount of
No, I'm
violence
joking.
to it.
They
don't
probably
pull
do
punches
need
at all
psychologists
in
to
this game, and I was like,
make it not
whoa,
too bad.
Scott, Chris, you guys are crazy.
We wanted to get to something that felt very raw, very
I mean,
real
I
for the
can
player,
see those sort of
and that's
big
a fantastic
zombie
tool for
monsters
really sort of cutting through
getting
the
a bit
noise in
samey
some
after
respects, for
time,
connecting with people
personally.
and evoking that kind of almost like lizard brain reaction of terror and fear to what's happening on screen.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah, we need things like that to shock you. Like, oh, what the hell? Get off me, dude. What the hell?
You know,
That's very
conflict is
thing.
drama, and physical conflict, aka brutality, is the most primal form of conflict, and it's something that everyone can understand.
We do have a lot of parts coming off and dismemberment and all of that. We have bones showing up, but it's not like, oh, this game is about showing the bones. No, I think it's about the combination.
It's cool how they can crack like that. Is that the same all the time?
This
Do they
is
just
really about
always
survivorship. I've
have
got
limbs
a
come
bone
off
up.
in the same place, or
I
can
actually
you
have
really
to match
get, you know,
that level
different
of violence. I have to
angles? What the
become
hell?
offensive.
Oh wow,
It
yeah, that's
also
cool.
so crosses
That's very
the
Dead Space, isn't
line
it?
from civilized behavior that it lets you know that in this story, this is the world we are in now.
You know, you really have to put your characters through the ringer
Yeah.
in horror. If
I
you have
get
a
that.
guy trying to get from point A to point B, you know, that's a story. You can have conflicts happen along
You know
the
if
way.
a horror game
if he's got a broken
is
leg
good,
and his bones hanging out,
if you
story's
don't
about 10
want to
times
go
more
back
interesting,
into it and play
to
more.
me at least.
Like you do, but you don't.
Trying to give you a chance.
If you have that feeling, the horror game is good, 100%. Oh dear.
In creature design, no matter how fanciful, if you have one toe in reality, maybe, you're going to fare better than if you are doing something that is a complete flight of fantasy.
Yeah.
You know, Biophage didn't just happen. It took a lot of like nuances and drawings and sketches and 3D pieces and stuff like that. And then I realized, personally, the thing that scares me the most is a deranged human.
When you make a character that is 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, 2 eyes, you're building familiarity.
I mean, a lot of it is
Does
just
that
the
make it
zombie
more or less
trope.
scary?
There's something a lot more terrifying.
And I've had
about
quite
being able to
my
look at
fill
a
of
creature,
zombies, but
seeing that there's a human, relatable side.
they do look good. They do
right?
look good.
That could be me.
Alright, so that's it happening.
You have to come up with the style and what are these creatures? What are the roots of these creatures? Are they aliens? Is it something biological? Is it
infected
something that's
by
evolved?
alien matter?
You know, you have to
Yeah.
kind of set down those roots first.
Like
we
a
want to
mixing
ground
of
everything we
genes.
do, so we want people to believe on what they see, and that kind of breaks the barrier on thinking that is just another game or just like something created. My favorite, which I played a huge role on that one personally. I had a lot of fun sculpting. Is Big Mouth is the guy that we see in the first trailer, and we
That
see
looks
it a
cool.
couple times in the other demos
Oh yeah,
too.
that's
It
the sort of
has
thing I want to
really
see.
big
That
mouth.
looks... Oh, what the hell?
And it
That's
has
scary.
like very long teeth, and you know, there's a lot of
Very
saliva,
alien there, very
like,
xenomorph.
coming out of his mouth.
I don't know how many versions we did of him.
Yeah,
but
okay,
not
that-
in 3D.
well, yeah,
but
that's cool.
We probably have about
Yeah, get
50
stuff like that
different
walking around.
designs of him.
Yeah, that one is my favorite, maybe for biased reasons, but
Oh wow.
We wanted
Okay.
a two-head that was split in half right from the very beginning, and those are still there.
there are some other ones that we haven't revealed yet that are really, really exciting too. That I
Oh,
can't
wow.
wait for the
Small.
players to see.
Hey, big fella. They don't die easy, do they? Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, this is good. What the hell? Oh dear.
The dodge system is very important to our game because it really separates us from a lot of other games in the horror genre.
What that is if you hold left on the left stick while an enemy's attacking, you will dodge their attack. and if they come back again and hit you again, you have to hit right. If you don't have the rhythm right, then you will get hit. The other thing it allows us is our AI is relentless. They will not stop coming for you.
So if you shot them in the leg, you blew off both their legs. Well, that doesn't mean they're dead.
Yeah.
Now they're crawling at you.
Yeah.
And if they're crawling coming at you, if you can't shoot them, well,
yeah, look,
hit them on top of the
that's
head.
what I like. I like that sort of thing.
So
That's
we
cool.
are building this world like full of fear, full of horror, and then when you fight an enemy, you get a satisfaction of like ripping off the enemy's head. It's just really trying to enhance that they are very brutal with you. You can be brutal with them, but they will be brutal back.
It shows consequence, right? You don't only see the threat, you can really understand what's gonna happen if that's gonna be reaching to you and it's gonna be defeating you.
And that's where we have a lot of fun because we want the player to
crazy.
feel like, oh man, like did I just die like that? Like, oh, this is horrible, and like this is so disgusting.
We've got some real cool death scenes for Jacob, really special.
Oh my god, no. What the hell?
Most games don't reward you for dying. They just give you a nice "you are dead" and then take you back. No, we want to even reward you for dying. We think that's fun to do. It's a little bit of light relief in a failure moment, and we think they're very kind of collectible from the player point of view as well.
I'm looking forward to the YouTube video supercut of all
Yeah.
the deaths, because I'm looking forward to that, because I don't think I've seen them all back to back, and just
Yeah, that will happen quickly.
Characters striving to succeed against all odds. I mean, that's really the secret sauce of storytelling, and horror does that, I think, better than almost any genre, and brutality is a huge element to that.
Blimey. Yeah, catch your breath, mate. So that was cool. I've edited out a few little bits just so it's not really long, so you can watch the whole thing by yourself if you want, but I tried to give you a flavour of the good bits, and that was all about the brutality of the game. The game reminds me a lot of obviously Dead Space, but also The Thing, which is a brilliant movie, and there's a game of that as well actually. And yeah, it looks cool, so I want to see what episode 2 and 3 are like about the docuseries. I'm not sure when they're releasing them, but the game's not long away from coming out. It's December 2nd, I think it is. So yeah, on Steam you can see the Callisto Protocol is releasing 2nd of December. I presume the next episodes will maybe talk about things like the atmosphere a bit more or something like that. That first one was very much the brutal, gory violence of it, and I'm sure there'll be other bits about the game which make it scary as well. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed watching that along with me and taking a look at this game that's coming out soon. What about you? Do you want to play this? Do you want to see me play it? Do you think that was pretty cool little docu-series they're doing for it to hype up, you know, anticipation? Let me know down below. So guys, if you like that, please click like, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. And until then, remember, in space, no one can hear you getting your face ripped off by a monster. Okay, bye. Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.